Let us retrace the main events in the audio frequency circuit. The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. The transformer changes this to an alternating current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
Molecules containing more than one atom can rotate and vibrate. Sometimes vibration is simple in form. We can see that each vibrational mode has a different frequency, and all of the patterns of vibration may be different. Each of the vibrations is a simple harmonic motion.
The same peaked wave triggers a pulse-forming circuit, which creates a new waveform, pulses with flat tops. Notice that throughout these changes, the exact subdivisions of our second in time have not been lost. We still have precisely the same number of positive peaks per second.
Pulsating direct current. Pulsating direct current.
If the sine wave's frequency is 1,000 cycles a second, we have actually divided 1 second into 1,000 equal parts. But in this sine wave, it's impossible to tell where each thousandth of a second begins and ends. That's why it's changed into this, a peaked wave, which can be measured from positive peak to positive peak.
The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
The number of times a given molecule moves back and forth in 1 second is the frequency of the wave. In one complete vibration, indicated here by the bracket, sound travels a distance of 1 wavelength. The velocity of any sound wave equals its wavelength times its frequency.
The number of possible modes of vibration a molecule may have is determined by the number of atoms it has.
I don't have the energy for you today.
All right, guys. Welcome. We are live and getting our stuff together. We are just getting back, more or less, from our visit to Houston. So we're a little bit out of sorts, taking a little bit longer.
Yeah.
That is on us. We are good. We're good, right?
Ready, steady.
High fives. Yes. Let's go ahead and check in with the chat as well. Forward with Naz, totally stealing the photo shoot idea from Anna. You've got to. You've definitely got to. The more awkward, the better.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and we'll get into that. But introductions are in order, because I'm the double whose door is always open. Gandalf with the gray and the white, because I'm all black. What? Jordan LaForge, Captain of this Enterprise. The Swag King with the crown, shot the Sunday swagger. Long lost homie was Zach Morris, Nacy Slater, since y'all have jokes. No?
I'm just interrupting you. I'm trying to see if we could keep going if I
can't. I don't do well with distractions at all. You know this.
You're about to run up with all the smoke?
No, that's after I tell everyone I'm sweet chocolate Jesus is proclaimed by Roman of the Empire himself. Then I'm the man running up all the smoke because he wants to. Damn, I don't do well with distractions. You mess me up. Man, running up the chimney because I want all the smoke. I'm left eye E.G.O.
Happy anniversary.
Distraction queen extraordinaire. She-Ro.
Oh,
How are you doing, honey?
I'm okay.
We were trying
I'm
to.
like Eeyore right
We were
now.
trying to put our hammock together. It didn't go as planned. We're missing a screw, and now I'm not
like
blaming.
an actual screw we need.
Yes, it's
It
screw
has
that's
been
needed.
misplaced. There were 4 when we started.
Mm-hmm.
Then there were complications, and then
Yes,
yeah, it
I know.
definitely fell apart.
had a long week. So She-Ro was in Minnesota from Monday to Thursday night.
Mhm.
Got home, and then within 12 hours of getting home on Friday, we had to drive out to Houston for her close friend's birthday party at the same Houston racetrack. That was actually a lot of fun. Kentucky Derby vibes was great. I got to see my godson, which is Stuntman's son, and we just got back at be almost close to 1 o'clock, and then she went straight into putting together a hammock. So we're just getting settled, more or less, guys.
All
Yeah,
I want to
chicken
do
tears.
is lay in the damn hammock.
Told her we'll go to Home Depot. We'll be fine. I'm gonna get one screwed. We're good. Honestly, the box should have come with extras, to tell you the truth. So, I've been the calm one all week. Guys, this new diet that I'm on that I'll be telling you about completely changed my mood. I'm like, hey, Home Depot exists. Get one out of the screw. We'll be okay. Yeah, that's been her. That's been her attitude this whole week. So once we get her settled, we're good. All right. Miss Sasquatch, thank you so much. Thank you. If you guys didn't check it, Miss Sasquatch had one of her more popular live streams from Truly the Female Perspective that went on a few hours ago, featuring She-Ro. So go check that out. Kai, congrats, lasting this long while others can't even stay together 3 months. Agreed. We were like, we can't believe it's been almost 7 years since we met and been married for 4 of them. So it's been fun, a little challenging, but a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm feeling an itch.
Of course, no yeet.
I'm feeling an itch.
What itch was that? What
You
are
said
itching?
7 years?
Since we've known each other, yeah.
I'm itching.
Stop it. Get some and get some lotion for that.
Get some lotion.
Nothing. That ain't you nothing. Okay. No yeet. Okay. I know that you saw Jimmy Uso at the draft the day before yesterday, and the whole crowd yeeted. Okay. That's all we're gonna say about it. Okay. Love it. Thank you so much. And yes, please hit that like button along with no yeet. We'll be discussing yeet more in depth as the Uso era begins. As soon as I can get this mug. There we go. Situated. Correct. Wednesday night's overbooked with me, Joker's voice, Bradley Duke Oval, and the unbearable Matt 73. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, new time. I better see some booze flowing and some crib. Yeah. Crib walking has been we're trying to put together the hammock. It didn't go as great. Look at me saying that. Everyone telling me Houston is where. Yeah, it is. It is the finesse capital of the world if you're try dating. But you cannot beat the food. It's phenomenal.
I enjoy the food in Houston. Surprising, like New York is really up there. I'd say it's one of my number ones, but Houston is at least between 3 and 5. for me.
Until I visit the West Coast and solidify, I got Houston is kind of like number one.
Really?
Food and vibes, yes.
Even after having food in New York?
Yes, because people in New York love telling you how good the food is.
But because it is good.
I mean, it is.
I can pick out my seafood in a restaurant.
I get, but I can do that in Philly too. I have Houston, Philly, New York for food.
Okay, I do like Philly as well.
Yeah, so you cannot beat their halal, which is just lamb and chicken over a rice platter with red sauce. Fantastic. Carnivore, dude. It's actually I switched the diet to something else for the last 2 weeks now. I'll tell you about it too. Remind me, my love, about the new diet.
I will remind you.
Cool. Thank you.
Even though where's your little Word document? It tells you what to do.
I was so rushed with making sure the hammock was settled. And
hey, my gosh!
And I was helping her with this, but I also was working on some things that I will show you because in addition to the photos that you have seen, I have a photo shoot with music that's going to be shown today. Also, I got some training videos from you. I found that.
Oh.
That's what took me so long. Because when you were like, "Where are you? Why are you helping with this?" Like, I'm helping you. Okay.
Well, he went in. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be right back to help you." And then as I'm like realizing I need 2 people to do this shit, he is nowhere to be found. I'm slamming things. I'm yelling.
She really was. Booze makes the world go right. That's pretty true. Yeah, I gotta go back to Vegas.
Vegas, yeah, I live there. You're right.
If we go back to get a chance to go back to Vegas, we'll have to do a chef's tasting. If you have any recommendations, because we know when we hit Vegas, we're definitely gonna visit you anyway. Mm-hmm. So if you got recommendations, let us know. Let me see this here. I'm trying to figure out if it's not me that has an actual issue this time. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this one out for you.
What do you mean?
I
don't understand.
I was trying to figure out grievances, and I don't actually.
That's perfect. This whole 2 weeks, I love you, honey. You're the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out if there's one that you had particularly with me. I think I'm running a blank on it now. I'm upset because I had it in my head and I said I need to write this one down. I'll probably remember it later.
I have a you?
That you have with me, yes.
Well, do you have one or no?
I actually don't have one for you these 2 weeks. I mean, I've been great. So I've been like even. So I don't have any beef with you. I forget what beef you have with me though. It's probably gonna come to me during actually one of these that I have for you guys. Haven't had these in a while, so here it goes.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Storytime with Left Eye E.G.O. Be sure to join in and laugh at his trauma. Let us begin.
Yes. If you recommend, we will buy. So just let us know. Again, we're somewhere between like, this is great, and we are not yet at like that dining for political reasons. That was like, hey, the buy-in's like $1,000 a plate. We're not there yet.
There is one here in San Antonio where it's like a chef's table in the kitchen. And it's, I forget the minimum price, but it's like $1,000.
Yeah, we are
couple or something like that.
We're not there.
I really want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
We'll be in Cali shortly, so I have to let you know as well next time we come back from that. All right.
I should look up something there. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so story time, right? I swear to God, this is how it happened. I'm telling you in the order in which I was experiencing, okay? Because this is the only way that it helped not be traumatic for me, was knowing that it'd be entertainment for you.
Probably all lies.
That's fair. So She-Ro's friend was having a crawfish themed boil.
Oh yeah, crawfish. We just had a crawfish boil.
Crawfish boil, right? So we get there and we're hanging out, and I'm helping out the owner's dad move things over, get everything set up. I'm trying to figure a way to.
Oh, you're telling the story of the night?
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, and I'm gonna let you tell what happened to you.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm interrupting the flow.
No, that's fine. I knew you would ask a question naturally.
Okay.
But we're gonna say, let's say that She-Ro's friend is Stacy. Does that help?
Sure.
Stacy helped, unless we don't do real names if you don't want to.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, fine. So Stacy's having a crawfish boil, and she wants us to meet her new girlfriend. So we're like, cool, all right. And so we actually we get there. We're meeting Stacy's new girlfriend, and Stacy brings her brother, and his wife, and this other couple.
Cousins. They're like cousins.
Okay.
And a coworker, a friend. Between the girlfriends is a coworker they work with.
That they both
boyfriend. Yeah.
Got it. So Stacy and her new girlfriend both work for the girl that brought her new boyfriend, and Stacy's girlfriend brought her cousin and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the cousin and wife, she was cool, but the husband, it was different. Like he had a lot going on. Like he had a cowboy hat, Pat Mahomes sunglasses, and he was vaping. He was like 112 pounds, but had like a Wrangler shirt that had sponsorship patches.
He had the bull riding like attire on.
Yeah. And I'm like, I was like, there's a lot happening here, but it's like it's overcast. I don't get why you got Pat Mahomes sunglasses on. Whatever, right? So the coworker that Stacy and her girlfriend introduced us to, I'll call him Tanner, and we're gonna call yours Bethany.
Okay.
Unless you'd like another name to you.
No, Bethany's fine. I actually have a friend named Bethany, and it's not her.
Okay, that's fine. This will help you remember then.
Can we just call her Beth?
Sure, Beth.
Okay.
So Tanner and Beth, right? So Beth's like, oh my God, hi everyone. Hey, all right, nice to meet you. My name is Beth. Oh, E.G.O. Okay, She-Ro. Hi, how you doing? So Tanner's over here. Tanner. All right, cool. All right, little shy, country, but shy, cool.
He's also all of like 120 pounds.
He's also 20 pounds, yes. Yes, but she did not have it going on. It was not, as you will find, she did not have it going on. So, guys, this was Saturday. JV, this was WrestleMania Saturday.
Oh.
I am desperately trying to get their TV to work so I can stream WrestleMania. It's all I want to do. I want to have a piece of crawfish where I can watch the match, okay? So I am working like a madman for 20 or 30 minutes. And so by the time that we're getting, I think it was night one, it was maybe, I can't even remember the match at this point because I worked so hard. It was midway through night one, right? So all I hear is what sounds like raised voices, but not yelling. And Tanner's like, E.G.O, man, can we talk? And Bethany is yelling at him. I'm like, all right, cool. But before it could happen, they're like, I said, yo, She-Ro, what happened? So she's like, well, Tanner walked up to a random woman and was like, now, again, this is the random woman. I'm Tanner. Tanner's like, I just want to say I really love and appreciate your hospitality. I mean, like, in on the knockers, right? The thing is, it's not this random woman's house. It's Stacy's house. So She-Ro sees this, and the girlfriend.
And I look because I see the girlfriend standing watching this, and I'm like, "Oh, this is about to be some drama."
Right. Oh, some serious drama, right? Because what happened is I'm hearing this three different ways. He's trying to say it. Tanner says it's not that bad. She-Ro's like, I don't really know how to help you. And the girlfriend's pissed because She-Ro saw him looking at this random woman's chest area.
And it was like Wayne's World. I was like, oh my God, don't make eye contact. But it was too late.
It was after that, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure if it was LA Knight Fatu or if it was right before Dom's win. It was right after that match. Right after Dom won the Intercontinental Championship is when this happened. Okay, so I was trying to be locked in, bro. I was trying to be locked in. Right, I know I missed Uso's match because of this, partly too. So I'm like, hey, it's a little loud in here. Tanner, we can go outside. I can hear your side of the story. So Tanner's just sitting there. He's like, hey man, I just want to know, I'm not used to really being around like, stable people. I've been a cowboy and I've been locked up. But, I'm trying to do right. And, I'm like, well, hey, cool. How long you guys been together? Because it sounds like you've been together a while. 2 months, man. It's just been together 2 months. It's been a lot, though. I have 4 kids with another woman. And so I left before kids to be with her and from a small town. And so I didn't get to go to my girl's birthday because I want to stay for her and, her son's birthday. So I missed my own daughter's birthday. And, man, there's a lot going on right now. I'm like, this is a lot going on. You do indeed have a lot going on. So when you're feeling kind of stressed and whatever you do stress, I'm going to do it with you, right? And so, you know, if you're smoking a cigarette and you're stressed, I'm like, hey, you know what? Give me one of those. Like Kevin Hart said, I'll smoke one with you, right? I knew something was amiss when he took 2 cigarettes, put both of them in his mouth, and lit both them bitches, and then handed me one. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, we're sharing fluids. All right, cool. You know, it's burning when you smoke it. So it's like that. The automatically
fluid.
germs are gone, right? And so we're smoking cigarettes. You know, I'm trying to listen to this man. You know, he's like, hey man, I want I hope you don't take any offense by it because when I first met you, thought you were gay, man. Just wanted to know. I know that just because I dress like every color from the rainbow doesn't mean I'm affiliated with the rainbow, right? So the thing is, when Tanner met She-Ro and we met at the same time. So I didn't really know where he was kind of going with how he got there, but I'm like, you know what? It's not the first time someone said it. And again, I dress like a highlighter. I don't fucking like you, JV, because what made it worse was like 5 minutes later, he's like, hey man, again, hope you don't be feeling offended by it. I just need to let you know, as far as I'm concerned, if no one else tells you, you're a beautiful black man. Wait a minute. It is not funny.
I'm dying.
It is not funny.
Fucking dying.
At all. Because at that point, I was like, now when I got nervous, so I shook my leg. I was like, I put my phone down. Huh? She-Ro, yeah? You need to talk to me right now? All right, cool. I'm like, hey Tanner, we should go inside because my wife's calling me. So I go back inside and pretty much drop Tanner off with his girl Beth and She-Ro. And I'm like, honey, I need to go. So I left. Not gonna lie. Sinners was gonna be on the movie theater soon, and I had already planned to hang out with her cousins and their girlfriends. So I'm like, I need to go. This isn't looking good. So I'm gonna let She-Ro tell you what happened after I left, because shit didn't get better. Go ahead, honey.
It did not get better because E.G.O leaves and Beth catches me alone in the kitchen and it's like, hey, She-Ro, like, can we go talk outside? And I'm like, sure. Like, okay. So we go outside. She leans up against the wall and she's like, so what did Tanner tell E.G.O? And I was like, I wasn't there. Why don't you ask Tanner? And she stared at me. She was like, no, I just want to know, like, what he was telling him. Because you saw him look at that girl, right? I was like, I mean, I did see that. But I was not in E.G.O and Tanner's conversation. So I don't know what you want me to tell you right now. And she goes, well, how about, you know what? You're a real one. Okay. I mean, I'm just being honest. And she goes, well, he's been locked up and he has kids and we've been together a couple of months and I love him. He's the best thing ever. But I don't know. What do you think about him? Well, you guys are clearly both very intoxicated and I don't like the actions of what I have seen when he has been drinking. And you have now told me that he has been locked up and has 4 children. So if you think he's worth all the baggage that comes with that, that's your choice. And she was just, oh yeah, you're a real one. And then of course, Stacy and her girlfriend come out there and now it's a whole group conversation. And I just was like, what is wrong with people?
So what happens is, at this point, Tanner just leaves.
Oh yeah.
Tanner left the house. Like did he drive off?
No, I think he Ubered. He definitely called an Uber.
He Ubered out. So the thing is, Beth is now on a
she's on the crying train. She has been drinking. Someone tries to give her a taco. She doesn't want it. And we're like, give us that taco back. We're all hungry. So she does that. And then as the night carries on, of course, Tanner is consistently calling her like over and over and over again, as a drunk person may do. And then she finally answers the phone and she's like, why the heck are you calling me? And there's a shouting match. Then she comes in the kitchen as she has like now sort of like gotten through the drunk crying. She comes in the kitchen and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm messaging so and so." And earlier in the night, I feel like we left this out. There was some conversations going on about like dating and apps and stuff like that. And she's like, "Yeah, be careful with that. You know, they might steal your car." So she went on like a Bumble or Tinder date and they stole her car. This person that she ended up dating from there. And so, anyways, she comes into the kitchen. She's like, "Oh, I'm texting so and so, and he's giving me the attention I need right now." And then someone goes, "Wait, isn't that the man who stole your car?" And she says, "Yeah, but it wasn't him." I said, "Wait a minute. So was it him driving the car?" She goes, "Yeah, but it was the meth." Oh my God, baby, the meth is going to get you more than a stolen car. You're going to get some STDs next. What are you doing?
So yes, all that to say, don't know what She-Ro and I are giving off, but apparently it's list all of my problems and hit on the husband. So from now on, we're using a buddy system.
Oh my God.
I am not to be left alone because these are the things that happen. I did see Sinners last week. I'll have to make a movie review on that, the good, the bad, and the dumb. So that's pretty much how the that whole situation went. So because they don't have a grievance as of yet, then I'm actually just going to go with my story time.
Oh my gosh.
So,
it was a hot mess, but a good time. We sang karaoke in between the drama.
We did. We did. So anyway, yeah. So guys, we have had our 4th wedding anniversary. It was a lot of fun. Now, I thought of this I thought of having a conversation about She-Ro about this back in like January, February. So I was actually looking at different photos that you can actually take that will be in an awkward way. And I talked to her best friend, Kenny. I said, "Hey, look, what are some of the funniest pictures that you see on here?" And the 5 or 6 that I'm going to show you are the ones that she laughed the hardest about. So when it came around, She-Ro had actually been you were in Philly at this point, right? She-Ro had been in Philly the week, maybe the day, 2 days before we did the photo shoot. So I tell her, "Hey, look, we're going to have a photo shoot. It's going to be an awkward photo shoot. I already have the photos. I just need an outfit of choice." Okay. So not a week before, She-Ro got me into Crocs. I have never worn Crocs before until 2 weeks ago. And I am so upset how comfortable these damn things are. Okay. So after that, I was trying to be like, "She-Ro, what could we wear?" Now, the thing is, I shit you not, She-Ro is 1/16 Choctaw. That's more than Elizabeth Warren, but not enough to call anyone else paleface. So not yet.
Very pale.
No. So the thing is, for Chris,
hair.
right? So because of this, She-Ro and I actually got the outfits you see us wearing, the hoodie and the shirt. Okay. Now, when we went to JCPenney for the photographs, she had a shirt on. I had the hoodie, but I had it over my shoulder. Everyone was staring like a laser.
Grievance.
There it is. That's what the grievance was.
Yes.
There we go. There you go. Your grievance was the fact that she had to wear this clearly native shirt with turquoise earrings and a turquoise bracelet. Everyone's staring like her, through her like a laser. Like, look at her appropriating culture. I got
a lot of dirty looks. I literally got red. So my mom got those for us for Christmas, right? Larry loves his shirt, and here I go. I'm ready, and I'm like, he has his over his shoulder. I'm like, "What are you doing? You're not gonna wear that?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'll put it on when we get there." And I was like, "Well, I already have my on. It's time to go. We're running late." And so we get in the mall, and like people are literally giving me dirty looks.
It is. I was like, me again. I can't see the dirty looks.
Yeah, and they're looking at him, looking at me like, "Why would you be with her?"
Right. So so eventually, we get to the front. I'm like, "Hey, look." The thing is, the photographer didn't even know what the purpose of it was. I said, "Hey, awkward photo shoot." My job was to make She-Ro and the photographer at some point laugh. Now, at a certain point, we did one of our poses where we jump in the air. And if you know me on Facebook, it's my profile pic now. It's just jumping in the air, straight faced. When she took that picture, she broke, and I knew we've got something very, very special. JV, yes, it's pretty much the only thing keeping them in business besides Easter and Christmas photo shoots.
Yeah.
Like younger people that are under 30 are all doing these now. I don't know if you saw Big E. Big E and his girlfriend did theirs, I think, for Christmas as well. They wore like jeans, New Balances, and like Christmas sweaters. So yeah, that's pretty much the only thing keeping JCPenney photo in business now. Oh.
No.
Wait till you see what I've got here. The following, gentlemen and ladies, is my hard work with Photoshop and a little bit of music. I present to you, in all its final glory, our photo shoot for our anniversary. Check it out. Y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Someone please take away my computer.
It was a really good time. I have to tell you though, the first pose he tried to make me do was like me holding the Titanic one. So I'd have to be holding him and he'd be like this. And he was like, no, we can do it. It's fine. And he jumped up and I held him for like 2 seconds. I was like, we're not going to be fine. Pick something else.
Oh, God. Yeah, I cannot wait. I will say the only one that we missed was like you standing with your legs apart, either like this or doing like this, and I'm hugging your leg.
Oh, we
like
did
Star
miss
Wars.
that. Yeah.
That is the only one that I missed. But the rest of those were spot on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to upload that as a short now because that's hilarious.
That's
That
a
is
good
awesome.
one.
So when actually the pose that broke the photographer was when She-Ro sat down like this
Oh, yeah.
and looked dead at the camera. Like she took one picture and immediately started shaking with laughter.
You did too. So I think Penny, they're like, okay, we're doing couples, but we also want you to have individuals. So they want you to buy like all these packages, right? And I didn't know that I was going to have to do an individual photo. And so the only thing in my head that I thought was like easy is like, they're like, okay, you're up first. I legitimately sat down and put my hands like this.
Namaste.
And he broke, she broke. I was like, are they going to take the picture? Or... That's all I got.
So, yo, guys, if you get a chance, please do one of those. It is amazing. Ah, man. I was going to say, so part of our poll was trying to figure out what you guys wanted to do for your anniversary. So far, we've got 22% are willing to do awkward photo shoot. I'm okay with that. 33% are dinner and movie. For the people that chose other.
Yeah, what's the other? Like vacation, maybe?
I said tell us what you want to do.
Oh.
So tell us either what you've done in the past or planning to do this year for your anniversary. You know, if it's not dinner and movie or an awkward photo shoot and you want to share, please let us know. But I'll wait till they talk about that on there as well. But I would say that we're approaching year 4. So I was trying to figure out what I've actually noticed about you this year as in previous years.
Okay.
I've noticed you want to do everything with me. Not that it's a bad thing. I just was like,
you just now noticed that?
Yeah. That's why you wondered why I got annoyed. But I'm like, I'm just going to the grocery store for juice and some pineapples. There is nothing of consequence occurring between that time that you'd want to join me. But you're like, I just
But
really
I know if I go to the store with you, you're gonna get better juice and better pineapples.
That wasn't on my mind. My mind was on the juice and pineapples that I had in my head to buy, or the ones they put in front of me.
Exactly.
Well, that's
choose like the good ones.
I don't know. I'm just like, this is the juice that I've always had, though. So I'm just like, it's the juice that I drink when you're not here. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go do that. I just didn't know that you actually want to do things with me just because, like, hey, if it's my favorite person, I don't mind doing boring, mundane things with them. I thought things had to be like, it would either require your presence to be there or was something that was going to be exciting. So I know that's what I'm just learning. I didn't know that you were like that. Not that the bad thing is just I didn't know that you actually want to do those things. I'm like, well, you could be better, sir. Like, why don't you can just hang out here at the house or just sit down. You don't have to go and do what I would consider a chore. That's what I was like, because that's just I have to get groceries because I'm out of them. I don't want to have to be getting these.
That's groceries.
Yeah, that too. I mean, even if it's for us, I'm like, well, I can go get it for us and just bring it back.
Yeah, no, you don't pick the right thing.
That's very,
oh man.
I'm not married, so for the anniversary, everything my ex cutie. The anniversary, you said Giants certificate.
Oh my God, he was a holy terror this weekend. I was like, all you would hear him is huffing and puffing or cussing. I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, the draft. Oh, the Cowboys. They picked someone who tore his ACL. Ah.
Siobhan Ravel. That's all I'm saying. You guys, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You guys got your Michael Parsons, I guess. You know.
Yeah, what?
They got their version of him.
Oh, but Martha Parsons is still with us, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, the guy he mentored got drafted to the Giants, though.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, but anyway, but yes, you guys actually.
I will stop being a Cowboys fan if Micah Parsons leaves.
That's fine. All right, but yeah, Jackson Dart, I don't believe him, and you got the dude named Scataboo. All I'm saying is, hey, Scat ran that way. That's all I'm saying. It's not a hard thing to say, but I mean. I blame draft position. You did all right.
Anyways, let it go.
I'm trying to. But yes, I would say that's the thing I've noticed about She-Ro is she doesn't mind doing seemingly boring things or chores with me, and I've had to learn to be okay with that because she's gonna be with me anyway. So I mean, I'm like, okay, you want to go.
What's the difference? You like to just sit around with me at the house.
I know. Is that what you've noticed about me at this 4-year mark? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to sit around.
Yeah,
but you want me to sit with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit.
I know, but it's like you built such a great home for me. You put everything that I like here. So I don't want to go anywhere because all my favorite things are here. My favorite person, my favorite things are here. These are my favorite things. She put them in one house. I guess that is the favorite. That's why the song is there. These are a few of my favorites. Yeah, it's you, it's the dogs, and my room in here. And there's a TV, and there's a bed. So I don't need to leave everything that you put here for me. I don't know why women get upset with that. Wives get upset with that. Like, you never want to leave here. I was like, well, I mean, you made it so I don't have to leave. You put everything that I like here. Yeah. So why would I pay someone else for things I can do here for free? That's all. Yeah, that was rough. Oh, and whatchamacallit, they did it. Hard Knocks did not help. Hard Knocks was a reality.
Y'all can do a stream about the stupid draft later.
We'll talk about the draft.
Let's go.
Anyway,
what's next?
What I was gonna say? What have you noticed?
I just said.
Oh, that was for you.
I mean, sure.
That's what you had noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be noticing things?
No, I just didn't know if anything's changed from last year to this year that you've noticed. And me noticing that you're okay doing the mundane things with me because you're with me was the main one I noticed.
Oh. Okay.
That and like you're really an overachiever when it comes to like being able to do things.
I am an overachiever.
Yeah, you don't have what's called
That's why I failed kindergarten. I would cry if I didn't get it done or do it right the first time. I really it was very stressful for me. Hence the hammock thing, why I'm pissed off about it. We were so close to being done. It's not done.
She does not do well with that, So that's one thing I noticed down there. Oh, but yeah, that's pretty much what I have on there for you. I could also. Okay, what do we get here? That's confident to you, She-Ro. You've created the perfect world, so it's a guarantee. That's what I'm saying. I told her the Chris Rock joke that is the one thing that every man says if a wife says, "Where are you gonna go?" I was like, "Well, where else am I gonna go?" What do you mean, where else I'm gonna go? I said, it means I've thought about it. And I have nowhere else to really go that would take me, so I'm gonna stay here. You've built this for me, so I mean, I don't want to leave that. So I'm gonna stay here because I've thought about it, and I'm not gonna go anywhere else. So yeah, that's what the compliment exactly. You know what? You know how perfect it is. You know what happens when you're gone? Nothing.
Nothing.
You were gone. She was gone from Monday to Thursday. I didn't do a damn thing. Like, what did you do? I mean, I ate and I went to sleep. And I went to work. That was really it. I mean, everything else was kind of set for me at that point. She had all the meals out, so I just took it out and put it in the oven.
I did. I put meals like our grocer has like individual package ready-made meal, like fresh ready-made meals, like chicken and vegetables or beef and potato, whatever. And so I just put those in the fridge so you could just put them in the oven.
Exactly. So she's made it a perfect setup for me. So there have been no hate on there.
And I will tell you, just over the past 2 weeks with all the travel and stuff, I'm going to admit it in front of everyone. I feel like you might have been right, and it was a blessing that I did not get the job to travel because I'm exhausted and I've been kind of like moody. And so it's probably definitely a blessing in disguise.
Yes. So I will say what's helped is the new diet that I've been on is essentially a glucose-based diet. Basically, I'm just eating a lot of fruit with maybe 1 or 2 actual meals that you put in the oven. And by putting in the oven, it's like baked chicken and asparagus and a little bit of rice. Maybe that's it. Like it's maybe this
something simple,
about that size.
Chicken and rice sounds good.
Yeah. So I've been eating a lot of plums, a lot of apples, oranges, banana, pineapple, all that. So basically, every 2 or 3 hours, I'm eating some fruit. I've lost like maybe 6 pounds in 2 weeks on it. I don't even drink energy drinks anymore. And I was at some point I was drinking like 600 to 700 milligrams of caffeine a day when it was really bad. I've been drinking energy drinks since 2012, and I pretty much almost stopped damn near cold turkey in 2 weeks. Yeah. So I mean, so if you've looked at it, it's glucose-based diet. You're basically just eating fruit every 2 or 3 hours. And
he also eats protein, but it's really just like consuming a lot of fruit, especially when you feel tired or that caffeine craving. And I will say, actually, for me, my sweet craving, I'm still having my coffee on a daily basis, like 1 cup in the morning usually. But like I've been able to drop soda, like the Coke Zero, and I definitely what was I gonna say? I don't remember now.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
I've definitely been able to drop Coke Zero for sure. Yeah.
If you want information on, just let us know, and I can go ahead and tell you exactly the video that my buddy I'm blanking on this Godfist or Justin Ice sent me. So again, if you want information about it, just let us know. Ordinary Games for All Gmail or leftiego@yahoo.com. All right. So one thing that I was going to promise to show you guys was, I know that JV pretty much says that the women that I like on WWE and NXT and TNA are women that would probably toss me around. And you're absolutely right. I'm actually going to show you guys some of the training that She-Ro and I did with my buddy Justin Ice for his Godfish training. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some of her older training video too. I need to get her one or a tank top. Okay, mug it is. All right.
No, a tank top is fine.
Yeah, tank top. Hey, JV, let me know if we have WNIOB's tank tops at any point. I'll set that up too. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the training that She-Ro and I used to do before we moved from Philly to San Antonio. To be a blast of the past for She-Ro as well.
I miss it.
It's been fantastic. So if you're in the Philly area, Godfish training is for you. So here's a video we did on that.
power mix. Style of 96, DJ Labs with the power wrist. The city was too live. Poison Clan told you how it is. Gotta appreciate what it was to truly love how now it is. Yo on TV taught me the world is bigger than my street. Can't forget the first time I heard Rakim bringing the heat, a life-changing moment. The way that his voice carried the beat, since then, been getting it in. Hip-hop's in me deep. Every nucleus of every cell vibrates with the bass line. To master a craft is gonna take time. Age and wisdom, I'm still driven in my late prime. Like lifting weights and sparring when I say rhymes. A workout for the mind, putting these words together better than ever. It's my pleasure with every letter beyond measure. Whether or not I'm getting the cheddar, I'm happy to be a part of the hip-hop culture I treasure. Damn, like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail. Damn, like a tech with correct technique. I excel, then prevail.
The knee was not a part of the trade.
It was not, but I mean, it was
Very
available.
aggressive. It was very aggressive. So I will say that's part of the training she did. For reference, I was around 175. Justin Ice, who was the main trainer, the bigger guy was around 250. And the guy that was in the orange mask is about 205 and is a Philadelphia police officer. So for reference,
We didn't get any of the ones where I'm like fireman tossing.
we didn't. They were long. I had to sift through. live
Yeah, I
things.
know they're long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I find more, I'll show.
Like there was some better ones where I like picked them up and slammed them.
Okay, that's
A
again,
lot of fun.
I had to sift through this while at work. So let's just those are the four that I find. You know, you should next time hit it with a super kick. If you did that and then
What?
you try to do the Shawn Michaels flex on me,
Yeah. I had a lot of fun during that, and it was very helpful because people grab at you and stuff. It really is. I think a lot of the concepts are really like if you're falling, keep falling, like go from high to low kind of thing. I thought it was very helpful.
yeah, especially the shove and the leg grab and the toss.
Yeah.
It works. So, I mean, there's a lot of practical training from Justin Ice, got this training. So if
I
you go,
wish we could find something like that here, but everybody wants you to go through like belts and stuff, and I really don't.
I don't need belts. Just
yeah.
need the information and the practicality of it. That's pretty much it.
And then he would explain like, oh, we're doing this animal today, right?
Yeah.
And why, like the movement behind it, but I didn't have to earn a belt to like.
Yeah. So again, if you are in the Philadelphia area, Godfist training, Godfist. It's on Instagram. So Godfist training is what you need there. So we got on here. I don't really know if I have any Stone Cold She-Ros for you. I will try.
Oh,
I'll
well, you
try.
don't have to.
I
You're
got
gonna fail? You're ready to fail? You don't have any, so I don't see it going well for you. You fail when you have some, so.
I got one that I'm gonna try.
One? I
I
get
will-
one chance?
This is one chance for me.
Right, but what's the bet? Since I only got one.
Loser has to go get the screw from Home Depot.
But we're going together.
Ooh,
Remember?
that's
We like to do it together.
fine. I choose. Okay. I don't like this.
It's fine. Okay. I'm going to go with you even if you lose because I need to make sure you're going to get the right thing.
I mean, you'll trust me. That's fair.
I mean,
That's fair, though. I wouldn't know either.
you're capable. You really are. Like, it just sometimes what's the word? You're not
I
as
Forrest
detail-
Gump it?
No,
Okay.
you're not as detail oriented as I would like you to be.
Okay. All right. I'm going to work on my win.
You're not acoustic, just not detail. I mean, I feel like those
Okay.
people are detail oriented.
All right. Loser has to put in the new car mats for the car.
Okay, I
That
can do
works.
that one.
All right. So I got one shot. Let's do it.
Stick and wink, wink. I like it.
Huh, I should stick in a wink wink. That's what I said. We're gonna take another. We're just gonna take one, and then we're gonna bring that in there for Home Depot. All right, here's what I got, honey.
Okay.
Lock it up. All right. So while She-Ro's locking it up, your boy is going to get it started up in here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. Got it. All right. You ready, my love? All right. Here we go. I've got it. Here we go, guys. This one's going to work. It's going to work. Here we go. All right. See it?
If she's down, I'm a homosexual now. Jennifer Sophie straight out of downtown. Well, she can handle my special needs. If she trying to get happy like Angelina Small, cake is cake, no matter the baker. I'm reaching for a 7 out of 46. All my promo Down syndrome. I didn't know they started making them like this. What's the O-R-Link? She might be down, but something is definitely a Scarlet Johansson and Hathaway. I bet she is down to fuck. At least the commentate disabled from the Hayek. I need someone special in my life. Me, I'm just one time. Selena Cole, Mass Jenny down the block. This is the rated R material I've been waiting for my whole life.
Really? I think you almost.
Almost, but not quite.
That's very true.
However, I also, when you showed me that, I thought there was a thing going around showing that that's a filter, and somebody pretended to have Down syndrome.
Yes, that's the other thing.
I thought that's what you were going to show me, and I was like, that's not funny.
That was going to bring up, exactly. That's what I was also going to bring up.
That was a true story?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to show you. So that's what I was going to bring up as well, is that for the full context of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an AI filter. She doesn't have the syndrome. Yeah.
And what did she post? Like, why did she have that?
That no one knows.
Did she not realize that it made her look like she had Down syndrome?
She did that on purpose.
Oh.
And some people saw that were like, you know what? Like, hey, cake is cake no matter the baker.
I mean.
I just, that's why I said I reached you 47 out of 60 had extra chromosome. That's what I thought you were gonna laugh at.
I mean, I knew what it meant, but like, still.
All right, so here's I'll be putting in my own.
Why is there a filter for that?
I don't know. I know it's filtered. Yes.
Oh wow.
That's a lot. Yes. So speaking of this, I wrote She-Ro into this, which will be what we're going to be talking about. That's been the word on the street. All right, word on the street. So we're going to be going over some of the top news that has been getting out this week. And I kind of looped She-Ro in on this a bit yesterday about this. So She-Ro knows who Shannon Sharpe is, but she would know him more so by his club Shay. Basically, Shannon Sharpe is a former tight end that played for the Denver Broncos, Hall of Famer, and he was a commentator on CBS, caught on with Fox Sports, and has, up until maybe a few days ago, was on First Take on ESPN, Disney. So She-Ro and I would always, when we drive to Houston, we always listen to Club Shay just because it's 3 hours of a drive, and at least for an hour and a half to 2 hours there's an interview. So we've listened to like at least 10 or 12 interviews driving back and forth down to Houston. So we've got She-Ro knows Shay from the podcast. So what happened is that this week Shannon Sharpe was under a negotiations,
right?
Because his contract was technically going to be $5 million a year.
Okay.
It was $5 million a year
for 10 years. No,
it was $5 million. Well, he signed on maybe like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe, right? And so I think he was getting paid maybe like $5 or $6 million, I think. Okay. It was more than what he got at Fox.
Gotcha.
The talks he were into were getting $20 million a year.
Oh, shit.
5 years.
Wow.
So in the middle of that, out pops an accusation from an OF model. So her name has been released, and what happened is that when she first made the accusations, she was like, "This is what's happening," and Shannon Sharp was like, "Hey, here's $10 million to make it stop, go away." Right? I'm going to tell you the person that is allegedly behind the reason why this went from a 10 million request to 50 million.
So it wasn't her idea?
That allegedly, no. So they're saying, what they were saying was, first thing is they were engaged in race play.
Right. I mean, there are some quotes from her.
Yes.
That are like, Jesus, okay.
Yes. Some of them are like, "Hey, put a black baby in me."
Yeah.
Or
and with a dog collar, choke me. Like,
yes.
I don't know the exact quotes, but they were pretty graphic. And she was kind of like, he can do anything he wants. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Water is wet is kind of what the saying was on that one. The only problem is the fact that it got out. And the fact that it was 10 million to go away, don't come back again, turned into $50 million. And again, they're into race play. It's like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you put it in my butt," But then it was like, "Well, hey, I didn't say you could do it with no protection." And I'm like, "Hey, if we're engaged in putting it up your dookie chute, I'm going in with a hard hat if that's what you're into." But she was saying that that's what she wanted in other text messages. So
right. There were some things she was saying that she wanted.
Right. So I'm going to share with you guys allegedly who was behind.
But even his voicemails were weird. It was almost like he thought they were role playing, talking about choking her in public and stuff.
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna choke shit out of you next time I see you." There was audio on that one. But people were saying, why is that the suit went from 10 million to 50 million? Now, allegedly.
Oh.
Shaq.
What?
Yes.
How? What?
There's Matt Barnes was talking about this. He said allegedly Shannon Sharp did something to embarrass Shaq years ago, and Shaq held on to a grudge.
Really?
So, yes. So allegedly, from what we're hearing, is that in the middle of the discussions, when she was about to take 10, he's like, "No, you can get 50. You should."
Well, he just called her up and say, like, does he know her? Does Shaq know her?
The thing is I'm pretty sure when you're in these circles, like now that it's broadcasting,
she gets passed.
Yeah, because it's from like 3 years ago. She's 22 now. It was like 19 when it started.
Oh.
Which is what makes it worse, because you're just like, why would you? Yeah. It's like, I get it. It's partly why I say, to an extent, prostitution should be legal. But if you live in LA and you can go back and forth, you should just go to the Bunny Ranch or something like that.
Well, honestly, me and my girlfriends were talking about this, and it's like, hey, you're in it for some freaky stuff. You found someone who will do the freaky stuff for you, whether it's paid or whatever your agreement is. At the end of the day, you are 54. You've been in the league. You've seen friends. This is not something new to you. Like, why isn't there an NDA? Why isn't there, like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you being so dumb? Especially when in your formative, like your later years, you actually came into some large money where many other athletes at your age is like, oh shit, I don't have anything left.
Right.
Please
don't do this. Exactly. That's how Tiger, hey, this is Tiger, just want to make sure that at some point you delete all your messages that are from my phone. Bye.
Like, okay.
It is. It's strictly a business transaction. I'm like, if he were at the Bunny Ranch, he could have gotten a menu of what he wanted.
Right.
And it's like, that's $5,000 or $10,000. However, you're paying for silence at this point. And the thing is, NDAs cover you except for criminal acts. So it's like, because it's accusation, it's a civil suit, because she could technically bring up on charges. So
that's
it's like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, she's going for the civil, and it's almost like, I want to believe you. I want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say that you weren't hurt in some way, because if you were, like, shit,
you should go.
You know what I mean?
You should have someone prosecuted.
At the same time, you're just suing him for money.
Yeah.
So
right.
What are we doing here?
But that's why I'd also say again, You pay for the silence of it. But in the meantime, he's had to leave his job.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, because like it's Disney. And
Yeah.
Disney don't do allegations all that well until things are figured out and paid out. I'm not sure if he's ever going to be able to come back again.
Well, Stuntman was saying that it's not just that, but he actually physically assaulted someone in the office.
Yes, when he was an episode. Allegedly, they're saying it was a playful joke that wasn't interpreted as so playful. So FS1 had to pay the person out legally. So now it can be a pattern of behavior allegedly seen. But yeah, so that was pretty much what had been going on there, and the person they're saying is allegedly behind it. The other thing I want to check out was,
I guess the other thing is, I know it's hard to believe someone who is in OF, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, I think that goes back to the age-old thing where a lot of times workers, that kind of worker, we tend not to believe, but it is plausible that something bad happened.
Yeah. So I know that on the 3-hour drive there and back, She-Ro was actually doing some classes on AI. So She-Ro's just kind of getting into AI. So what I wanted to show her was how some of the programs work, because you didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, because I didn't get to like sit there and play with it yet.
So I'm actually just showing you that this is basically, none of this is real.
Oh.
Yeah, this is all AI. That's not real. Someone typed in the prompt, and this is what it. Yes. So when you're asking what some of them can do, it's stuff like this.
Wow.
So when people type in a prompt and they can type in a script, you can do this. And they've gotten to the point where they can do dialogue, where you just type in the words that you want them to say and how you want them to say it, and it'll actually do it.
Wow.
So again, none of this stuff is real. Basically, you can just kind of tell by the filter of it, because it has a particular filter over all of them.
I cannot tell at all. So good for you, because I haven't. So I've done Chat GPT, and what was the other one I did? The one I told it starts with an N.
I know what you're talking about. I just forgot the name of it.
Shoot. And I'm doing a J one now. Oh my God.
She's basically doing all of the ones, but basically finding out, she didn't know the extent to which people are using artificial intelligence. And so it's getting to the point where they're using it just to make scenes of things. They can add on voices.
Yeah.
And this is also why people were trying to figure out whether or not they wanted to spend money when they're as extras.
Midjourney.
Yeah.
And right now I'm doing Jasper AI.
Yeah, I think Midjourney does this stuff.
Okay.
So this is what whatchamacallit, that Tyler Perry was talking about using instead of having his big ass studio. He's like, I can
do this.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense. I always worry about creating something original. However, I'm exploring it for I want to understand how to make work easier and incorporate it in things that it can do, or even side things that I'm interested in doing, how it can help me do those things. But it is funny because I was in Philly 1 week for a leadership course, and they made us do a leadership statement.
Okay.
And I put mine through Chat GPT, and one of my friends, I read it to her, and she was like, "Oh, did you put that through Chat GPT?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "It sounds like it." And so it's very difficult, I feel to sound original, and I think that's why I started to get so interested in it.
Fair. I think so. And as we conclude, I'm going to go ahead and talk about one thing that I brought up to her friend as well.
You're okay, Annie. Let it go.
You know what, JV? I'm going to give you this one. I hope you are happy and satisfied with your comments, sir. Anyway, we're about to close out. Last thing on the street is happening here. If you are the owner of a Tesla, I'll read this out to you. So, while this plays, Tesla owners will now have the ability to turn their cars into robo-taxis. Technically, your car will earn money for you. It's like Uber, but the car drives itself. So you can be at home and I guess technically loan out your car to other people that need to go to certain destinations, all from the comfort of your home, and you get to earn money from, I guess, turning your Tesla into a robo-taxi of sorts. So I guess
totally do that. I don't know if I'd be the passenger, but if I had a Tesla, I would totally be like, because now you don't have to be the Uber.
That is true.
You know what? I can make money, do something else while my car is also doing the Uber.
I will say that that's going to be the new hustle.
Yeah.
My brother has a Tesla, and he uses it mainly to Uber and DoorDash, I think, as well. So I mean, I could see him doing this because he definitely is the hustler in-house E.G.O. For me, I'm just like,
I just want to do Rover, but E.G.O's not about that life.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too, because it's gonna look at your drivers and be like, "Where are we going?" You'll be like, "You have warrants."
I mean, that's true, right?
You have
People
warrants.
think it's all well and good until something goes down, and they're like, "Oh shit, I did this to myself."
Actually, you know what? I actually have something that goes with this.
Okay.
So, and this was going to be a Stone Cold She-Ro, but it's apropos.
Okay.
So, this is something that could actually happen. So,
Okay.
let's say you're like, "Hey, if you're this guy," he says, "Asking Tesla to take me somewhere I've never been."
Tesla, take me somewhere I've never been before. Oh shit, where's it going?
Takes a minute.
This ought to be interesting.
Let's see where it takes us.
What?
Right. Let's see.
You
I
want
thought you had to drive it.
You want to
wonder where it's going to take us.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
No.
It has to be just places we've never been in. This. Where's
Headed toward Mooresville.
I've been to Mooresville. Where's school at? Pretty slow.
You know,
And that narrows
Now I guess
so
you
many
just
places off
told
the
it to take a prompt, like the chat.
I
You
feel
think
like
most of them.
put the words in there, so let's
Restaurant
click
around
on
here.
him. So they're nearing the location.
Oh. I guess you've never been there before.
Tesla, take me somewhere I've never been.
oh my god, that's hilarious.
Would that have worked?
That one might have worked, honestly. The lead up, I was like, "What is this?" But wow, that was funny.
So I
thought it was gonna take him to like the jail or something.
I mean,
not some shit.
Low bar too. So that's what happens when you mess with Grok. Yeah, I mean, you got to use Grok.
I've heard that's a good one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have She-Ro use Grok and Grok Unhinged by the next time we come on and tell her findings. But guys, thank you for joining us so much. Look for both the training video as well as the photo shoot we did to probably be up on YouTube, Instagram, or even X at some point, guys. Thank you so much for She-Ro and E.G.O. We'll see you guys in about 2 weeks.